there, Lego fans! It's now January, and right on schedule, Lego has released the latest modular, the Boutique Hotel. Kit number 10297 at 3,066 pieces. And this is looking like a pretty nice addition to the Lego City. A 3-story hotel, with nice detailing on the outside. I'm looking forward to seeing the interior detailing soon enough, and a separate little shop, which all sounds pretty great. So, without further ado, let's open up this box, have a look at what we have inside, get this build underway, so let's start getting a closer look at this boutique hotel. Another modular finished, and this one, quite satisfyingly, provides me with everything I want to get out of my modular experience. Here we have a cute little hotel with some retro styling, lobby on the first floor, second floor has 2 rooms for rent, and the third seems to be the presidential or honeymoon suite. And then off on the side, there's a small art gallery, which is located right beneath a small open-air bar. With all these spaces to explore, there is lots to see, so let's pull off the top 2 floors and start getting a closer look at the ground level. Starting on the hotel side of things, the exterior is done mainly in beige brick, with some brown highlights, green trim, and some gold detailing right above the windows, each of which also having a small flower bed just beneath. Within, the first thing to notice is the beautiful tile work on the floor, with a lovely 2-tone brown pattern that crosses most of the floor, and a striking black and white centerpiece right in front of the big comfy red couch. On the opposite side of the room, there's a tall freestanding vase with some flowers in it, a little desk for the staff to stand behind, with a telephone, the guest sign-in book, the room keys on the wall just behind that. On the adjacent wall, there's a little bit of artwork on display, looking to me like some form of modern art with its very square geometric design. And over on the final wall, there's a staircase which is looking absolutely fantastic, with its banister, which at its lower end has a whip inserted, creating a lovely spiral effect. And finally, a little clock up on the wall. Also found on the ground floor, but accessible from another entrance on the other side of the building, we have the art gallery. Clearly visible through the windows in the front, there are 2 pieces of art on display, one painting and one transparent cube thing. And within, there's a little statue, kind of looking like a top hat, and 2 more paintings, one in the Cubanist style, and the other one also looking quite modern. Plus, in the back, a small desk for the patron of this establishment to have a seat, do some work, or have some lunch. Between the entrances to the art gallery and the hotel, there's a set of stairs that leads up to the open-air bar. Off on the left-hand side, there's a little water fountain or something else attached to the side. I'm not sure what it is. If you please know, put it in the comments below. And along the wall on the other side of the stairs, there's a bulletin board where many LEGO minifigs have put up their announcements for live shows, detective agencies, sales, etc. And at the top of the stairs, there's a nice archway leading into the space, where we have a little bar, a few glasses and a bottle sitting upon it, some tables for the patrons, a nice large potted palm tree, and some little lamps on the railing. All elements that would make for a very pleasant drinking experience any time of day or night. And now to the second floor, whose exterior is primarily done in a salmon pink color, and having white pillars and wood doors or windows covering most of the space on 3 sides of this building. Within, at the back right corner, we have the stairwell, which can take you in 4 directions, back down to the first floor, up to the 3rd floor, or give you access to either of the rooms that are available on this floor. The first of the 2 rooms, the smaller of the 2, looks like a pretty cozy affair, having a queen-size bed with some ruined bed sheets, a little nightstand right beside, dresser off in the corner, with a small attached desk and matching chair. And while this is the smallest room, it does also have a balcony door, giving access to a little bit of outside space. Now to the second room, which also has a queen-size bed, this time with a green comforter, a larger nightstand, also coming with a dresser, this time a little bit larger and closer to the door, and a proper desk to work at, coming with a typewriter and a small lamp. Then, off in the front, in place of a balcony, this room has some gorgeous floor-to-ceiling bay windows, with a comfortable swivel armchair right in front. And now up to the 3rd floor, whose exterior, like the 2nd floor, is primarily composed of wooden windows flanked by white pillars, but in place of salmon pink, the exterior is primarily covered in copper, well weathered and oxidized, and changed to that classic green. Moving to the interior, and again starting in the back right hand corner, we find, as expected, the stairwell, but in this case, it only goes down or into the suite. And this floor, having the Honeymoon Suite, Presidential Suite, Executive Suite, whatever you want to call it, is definitely the most luxurious accommodations that this hotel has to offer. Within, there's a large king-size bed, with a teal bedspread and a little chocolate waiting for the guest to arrive. Flanked on either side by some small nightstands, each one having a little light. To the left, there's one plush black leather armchair and a large armoire. Over on the other side of the room, there's a large wooden retro television set, which is right next to a vintage floor lamp, and on a small table between the entryway and the bathroom, a complimentary bottle of alcohol. As to the washroom, it's pretty nice and mostly functional. It has a nice large bathtub, looking pretty great and relaxing. Right next to it, there's the sink, which has a mirror above it, but it's lacking any faucets. And over on the other side of the room, there's the toilet, which doesn't have a toilet seat. There's some studs on the wall behind the toilet, which I find to be a little confusing. I'm not sure what's meant to be attached here. I did have a look at the instructions, and I don't seem to have missed anything. This is the way it's supposed to be. And then the toilet paper roll seems to be slightly out of reach. I'm not sure exactly what could be done to make this space better, but I feel that there's room for some improvement. And then finally, in place of the large bay windows, this room has another balcony, providing the best viewing experience this hotel has to offer. And now up to the roof, whose main feature would be this copper dome, which, like the rest of the 3rd floor, has been well weathered and turned to this great shade of green. Right in the center, there's a large skylight, providing lots of natural lighting into the 3rd floor suite, so I sure hope whoever's renting this suite is an early riser, because you're not going to block the sun from entering this one. And then there's a railing, looking pretty great, comprised largely of black snakes, and for some reason, only protecting 3 sides of the building. I'm not quite sure why, but this is how they decided to do it, so it's not going to be long before I hop on Bricklink, order a few pieces, and complete the setup. Finally, back down to the ground floor and all the way in the back, there's one blue dumpster here, containing a croissant within, and having the Techno Spin connector, allowing you to connect this up to another modular. Before getting to the minifigs, this set comes with 2 accessories to go with them. First, we've got a little baggage carousel, so the hotel staff can help the guests get their luggage up to their room. Although, I do feel a little bad for the staff because this hotel has no elevators, so they're still going to have to take the stairs. And there's a little mobile coffee cart for that caffeine on the go. As to the minifigs, I think the set comes with the perfect amount to fill the space. We have 7 in total, starting with our 2 hotel employees, each wearing their matching uniforms, dark green pants, light green jacket, and white gloves. Then we've got our barista to go with the mobile coffee cart, the owner of the art gallery wearing her flashy colors and very prominent red glasses, and our 3 tourists to go with our 3 hotel rooms. First up, we have this young backpacker, obviously wearing a backpack, camera in hand, looking very happy, and I think is a good fit for the smallest room. Then we have this gentleman, looking rather business-oriented, briefcase in hand. I think he's a good fit for the medium room, having the typewriter and desk. And then we have this older woman, who to me looks a little bit more wealthy, dragging her suitcase behind her, umbrella in hand. So I'm going to place her in the suite on the 3rd floor. I think she'll be very happy there. And that pretty much covers the boutique hotel. Another modular, which, like the other modulars I have, I find to be an excellent addition to my collection, both as display and play piece. As a display piece, I find the set speaks for itself. It has great detailing both in and out. On the exterior, I really appreciate all the effort that went into making this look, with a matching aesthetic across all 3 floors, while each one being unique, having its own shape to the windows, pillars, colors that were used to represent the different building materials. It all just comes together beautifully. And it's no less impressive on the inside, with the various artworks in the art studio, the tile work on the 1st floor, all the details in the 3 different rooms. With my standards set pretty high, this set does not disappoint as it delivers exactly what I was looking for. As to play, like the other modulars, this is not an active engagement. Placing the minifigs, setting the scene, adding your own to make a story, that's where the fun starts. But when you connect it up to other modulars, the scene and the story just gets bigger. I really enjoy doing this setup where people can see for themselves the engagement I've created between the various minifigs, creating a whole world to entertain myself and my guests with. And for those who are not attached to the final product and are more interested in the pieces to making their own creations, there are a few elements in here that I found interesting. First off, I'm very happy to report there are no stickers in this set. Everything was a printed piece. The telephone, the guest sign-in book, the art pieces, the bulletin board up on the wall, all printed pieces, all fantastic. Additionally, these curved bay window pieces are an element I haven't seen before. This flexible black hose is something that used to be pretty common in old space sets, but I haven't really seen much in these days, so it might be interesting. And these Lego keys, they look pretty awesome, haven't seen those before. And then there are 15 of these snake pieces. I don't know what you might want to do with that, but 15 snakes for the right project could be pretty cool. So, bottom line, speaking as someone who loves the modulars, I think this is a fantastic set. It is definitely a worthy addition to the modular collection, and if you do like the modulars or have been thinking about modulars, this would be a great place to jump on board, and if you've already got modulars going, I'm sure this is already on your to-buy list, if you haven't done so already.